Everybody, this is Gregory with How I Lost Over 100 Pounds and have kept it off for 30 plus years, where there should be no hesitance in your weight loss and maintenance. Today we're going to talk about wishful thinking. Is it going to get it done? Now, before I begin, if you need help with weight loss, contact me through the Clarity FM link found here in the episode notes. Also check out my website, which has hundreds of articles and recipes that might be useful to you. And lastly, if you appreciate my content, there's a link for PayPal. Also, I have a movie podcast called The Cinema Rag. Check it out and rate and review. So this kind of goes to the idea of if I think it's going to happen, or the law of attraction, which was kind of a big new wavy thing that was big, 10 years ago and so forth. Just this kind of wish fulfillment, kind of like I talk about with men, like men who want a beautiful young supermodel wife. They just look at the door like behind me and just waiting, and then one day, and she's going to show up. It just doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. And I think on one level with weight loss and like with dating and other things like that, your ideal job, we want to think that, right? That God will reward us for being a good person. And since we are a good person, 100 pounds are just going to melt off of us. Supermodel's going to show up the door, hunky, Channing Tatum's going to show up the door if you're female, and we'll get the multi-million-dollar job and the lake house overlooking Puget Sound or something like that. It just doesn't work like that. And obviously we know this, but I think it was just important to do a quick video on this too. Just because you want to lose the weight doesn't mean you're going to lose the weight. And it takes work, hard work, daily work to do it. And some people are going to be like, yeah, I don't have it in me. And I would say to you, you do have it in you. You do. You just have to muster the strength. And a lot of it starts with early success. If you can just lose a couple of pounds, even if you've yo-yo dieted your whole life, if you can just start with a couple of pounds, even if it's that water weight, sometimes it's just that water weight. But if you can get that momentum, you can get it done. Now, a lot of it is doing what we talk about here, disassociating emotions from food, from eating. The process of eating. Eating is just putting in calories in your body and pooping out what the body doesn't need. That's all food should be. And of course, it's going to help if you can separate the childhood trauma that caused you to have a disordered relationship with food in the first place, and to extricate the two, break that chain. It makes it a lot easier because then you'll have a normal relationship with food. So once you crash, die, and lose it, you can not worry as much about regaining it because you no longer have that bad relationship with food. But I'm here to tell you, as somebody who's gone through the trenches, and gone through it the last several decades, it is something that you can do, but you're going to have to work. It's not like you're working hauling rock at a coal mine kind of work. Most of it's psychological. And then, working out here and there. But once you get working out and you get that endorphin kick, you really get into it. It's working out as a whole is something that you'll like. But it's all 1,000 little steps every day. It's all about the mental adjustment, the paradigm change, as I've talked about in the past, that needs to happen. Because the way you've been thinking about things hasn't been working. Clearly, you're gaining more weight, or you've lost it and regained it. It hasn't worked. So it takes an immense amount of willpower. I like chocolate cake as much as you do, and Chick-fil-A shakes and cheeseburgers. But you have to make that choice that I am worth it and I love myself more than I love food. And that was a choice that I couldn't make most through my adolescence, when my parents were putting me in every diet plan imaginable and signing me up for weekly dietitians and measuring all my chicken breasts and all this nonsense. I found ways to binge eat around them. Go to the playlist on Confessions of an Obese Child. So wish fulfillment isn't enough. It's great to have that mentality, because a lot of it is mental. I will lose this weight, I will lose this weight, I will lose this weight. But you have to actuate it. You have to put it into action. I'm going to throw out the junk food. The first thing you should do is all the psychological stuff. Start going to therapy to break that disordered relationship. But then the small things, get all the junk food out. Wean off of any of your liquid calories like sodas and liquor. and all the things that we talk about here. So wish fulfillment is great if you back it up. If you don't back it up, it's not going to work. And you are worth it. You are worth it. But please get rid of this kind of mindset that if I look at the door enough, the weight's just going to shed. No, it takes hard work. But you are worth it. And once you do it, even if you lose 5-10 pounds at the beginning, you'll get confidence, and that confidence will push you. Guys, post in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take care, God bless, and pray.